I haven't done one of these videos in a long time. I might as well do one again. This is called, this is my react to the great UK gingerism debate. If you've seen any of my videos on redheads and all that, I've, debunked all these like stereotypes about redheads, how redheads are hypersexual and all that, how that's not even true. And how I even, called out, redheads who said, oh, I can't get far in life because I'm a redhead, which makes no sense. I've called all that stuff out. I called the BS out on it. I'm going to call BS on this. So anyway, I've seen only 5 seconds of this video, so I'm going to have a genuine reaction to this, this thing. Okay, so here we go.
A family in Newcastle say they're being forced to move home 3 times because of taunt and abuse. The father, Kevin Chapman, says their children have been repeatedly bullied for being ginger and to make their lives a misery.
It's the perfect size for us.
Okay, this guy looks like he's in his, what, late 50s, 60s, maybe. If this guy is younger than that, he looks pretty old for maybe a guy in his 40s. But look, here's the thing, though. Dude, wait. You barely have any hair on your head, but here's the thing, though. Why are you so sensitive when people make fun of your red hair? Seriously. Makes no sense. Like, when you, reach your 50s and 60s, even your 40s, you just don't give a shit about what people have to say. I mean, if you could get to that stage early on in life, you're golden, but, you really got to stop caring what people think of your appearance getting much further in life.
I mean, I thought I would be really happy here, but under the circumstances, I can't take any more of the stuff that's going on with me, and I have asked to be moved. Where the move is to, I wasn't bothered. I've even suggested I move in a field with a tent, just to get a bit of peace and harmony, just to be, it's true to be left alone, really. It's just like, it's all bullying and abuse, where the kids are getting beaten up, they're getting all their name calling, every name they can think of, they'll get it thrown at them from one direction or another. The cars are being smashed up. I've had the windows being put out.
Watching that with me is the photojournalist Charlotte Rushton, who's now working.
Okay, look, if your kids are getting beat up, that's bad. And look, it's common for kids to call each other names. I don't think it's because your kids have red hair. I don't think it's because of that. I think it's because of something else. I was never picked on because of my hair color. I was never called ginger and I was called carrot top, but for different reasons. But here's the thing, though. Look, carrot top, curly top, whatever, ginger, whatever. They're not taunts. They're just, things that kids say to one another. It means nothing. Dumb blonde, dirty blonde, filthy blonde. They're not taunts. They're just shit kids say to each other. That it's common. I wouldn't take it as bullying. Physically getting hit, yeah, I would take that as bullying. I would bring that up with like a higher up in the school. But other than that, your kids are, you shouldn't, teach your kids to be offended every time they get called, curly Q carrots, something like that.
Book of portraits of red-haired people, and as you can see, is red-headed herself. Watching that through, what did you make of?
Well, I think it's absolutely tragic. It's horrendous that people should be subjected to victimisation just because of the colour of their hair. It goes without saying. I'm sure most normal people in the country are outraged by this. The only thing.
Define normal. There's nothing normal about anybody. What's normal to you is not normal to me. What's normal to me is not normal to someone else. There's no such thing as normal. And also, I don't think they were made fun of their hair color. I really don't. They could have been made fun of something else.
Thing that can be said is it's an extreme example of what happens to redheads in this country.
Is it your experience?
It is, yes.
Like what? To give us an idea.
One of the worst things that happened was at boarding school being pinned down by 6 boys on a ping pong table. They wanted to see if I was redhead. And I fought my way off and said, you know, I laughed it off and said it doesn't matter. But, you know, these things happen. I get spat on, I get yelled at in the street.
Now, what happened to you was genuine harassment and genuine assault. There's a difference. Getting picked on by a name and physically being held down.
This doesn't just happen to me, it happens to Charlie Dimmock, it happens to Mick Hucknall.
Are you saying those kind of things happen to you now as an adult? I mean, to some degree, you have to put the things that happen in childhood because they could pick on a lot of things.
Of course.
Could be red hair, could
Yes.
be, you know, fat. Not that any of that is right, but it
No.
does happen. As an adult, you're saying the same thing carries on.
It's childish pranks which continue through adult life. And I spoke to a Harley Street consultant who told me he still gets yelled at in the street. Oi, Ginger, he's walking along with his briefcase and his beautiful cashmere suit.
Childhood pranks being done in real life, like what? I don't see adults putting whoopee cushions on, you know, their fellow coworker seats at any office. I don't even hear of that as well as see it, because most adults don't do childish pranks. They do adult pranks. You know, if you're going to be a pranker your whole life, you got to upgrade with age.
It's hilarious. Why is this okay?
We're going to have a look at some of the pictures because you've taken a lot of photographs
Oh my God.
of red-headed people. We're having a look at a couple of pictures now. Why do the book? I mean, you're putting it out there, obviously, very deliberately. What's the idea?
The idea is to celebrate red hair. It's a national treasure. It should be valued.
No hair should be valued. No hair whatsoever should be valued. It's hair. Hair is nothing special, not even red hair. Not blonde hair, not brown hair, not black hair, not gray hair, not salt and pepper. Hair is nothing special. It's just an accessory we're born with. People can get fine by in life with a bald fucking head. Look at Bruce Willis. Look at people who are born with alopecia. They don't have hair and they're fine with it. They get by in life just fine. Red hair is not a national treasure. People can be based on how much impact they have, but, you know, red hair is, you know, hair. It's something special.
We are a subculture of society that is pretty much ridiculed and not really embraced as a significant part of our population.
Is there some of this that is acceptable? I mean, you know that amongst friends, for example, things can be said. Is any of that acceptable? I mean, or do you if anyone ever comments on your colour of your hair, do you immediately feel like they're having a go?
Thank you. Thank you. I was thinking of bringing that up. Yes. You know, yeah, like people that I know, you know what, mess with me and say, hey, Carrot Top, hey, Fire Crotch, you know, because I know where they're coming from. It's not an insult. I don't react like oh my God, you're persecuting me. I don't act like that, because I know what they're doing is, you know, just fucking with me. Most friends that, you know, that you know, are alike fuck with each other, and they know where you know, what some people call torment is actually coming from. It's coming from a place of endearment. Now, you know, if you have friends or, you know, close friends who, know what bothers you. They won't joke about it. When they know something doesn't bother you, you know that they don't mean anything mean from it.
I don't want to be defensive about it. I think it's very amusing, but it does go too far sometimes. And the odd thing is that it's okay for people to say to me, well, you're quite pretty, Ted.
But we could talk about this a lot, and I'm sure we'll get lots of comments on this too. Charlotte, thank you very much for your time this morning.
My pleasure.
How did I know that she was going to say that teasing by her friends could go too far? She was going to say that because most of these redheads that are offended by every time their friends make fun of their hair color or, do a little joke about it, they get like perpetually offended at the, most pathetic thing. Look, I have auburn hair. I do. I have red hair. Do I necessarily like having red hair? No, not really. Have I made peace with it? Yeah, I did. But, look, hair loss falls in both sides of my families. I'm aware of this, and I'm aware because I know I'm losing my hair. I feel like a separation in the crown. I see this slightly going back. I know I'm losing my hair. It's at a very slow rate, but I know I'm losing my hair, and it doesn't bother me. And because I have red hair doesn't mean I get offended when people ask me, do the curtains match the drapes? And I'm not offended to answer that because they really don't. In my situation, it doesn't. My hair on my head is the only red hair. My arm hair, blonde. My southern area, that hair is brunette. My eyebrows are brunette. My chest hair is black. So I have a mixture of all hair colors on my body, and I don't find it offensive when someone asks a redhead does the current match drapes, because it's an interesting answer from all different redheads. Some people might find it offensive. I don't, but curiosity, and I don't find a question asking out of curiosity is such a bad thing. Like, you see so many people in the LGBT community say, oh, if you question my sexuality, you're a homophobe. No, that's not the case. Maybe they just don't know what sexuality yours is. Maybe they might know what gay, bisexual, pansexual, trans is, but they may not know what half straight is, half gay is. They may not know that. And it's nothing wrong when they ask questions about it, because they might ask you because it might sound like them. And, it's all about discovering yourself. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See ya.